North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has claimed his country can now fit nuclear warheads to missiles. The announcement was made on North Korean state television. If true, it would be a worrying development for countries like the US and Japan and others Pyongyang has threatened. But as our correspondent Steve Evans reports from Seoul, those governments will be sceptical about the claim.
If Kim Jong-un really has got miniaturized nuclear devices, that would be a big step forward. We know he can make crude nuclear bombs. He's tested them 4 times, and he's probably got the material to make perhaps 10 of those crude devices. But making bombs small enough to go on missiles and having those bombs, he would view as progress. What makes this assertion different is the production of pictures by the North Korean media, with Kim Jong-un standing next to what the claim is the actual device to go into the warhead. Last year, in a big parade in Pyongyang, big missiles which looked like nuclear missiles were displayed in front of Kim Jong-un and the world's media. There was some skepticism last year and in previous years about whether these were the genuine article or simply mock-ups to impress both his own people and the outside world. Outside military and scientific experts simply don't know the truth of those claims. What a small nuclear warhead also needs is a missile capable of carrying it. North Korea has tested missiles, one back in February this year. It may have missiles capable of delivering warheads over relatively short distances, within the Pacific region, for example, but it does not have the ability to send a warhead out of the atmosphere and back into the atmosphere to reach the continental United States. What we do know for certain, though, is that North Korea is making progress towards having miniaturized nuclear warheads and the ability to deliver them. How soon it can do that, we do not know.
Steve Evans for us there. Do stay with us here on BBC World News.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says his country has miniaturized nuclear warheads which can now be mounted on ballistic missiles. Kim has claimed the breakthrough as a true nuclear deterrent. Rob McBride reports from Seoul.
The statements by Kim Jong-un have apparently been made during a visit by the North Korean leader to see work on his country's nuclear program, meeting with scientists and technicians. It's also accompanied by a photograph being carried in the main North Korean newspaper showing Kim with what appears to be the device in question. Kim has been quoted as saying that his country now has the technology to miniaturize a nuclear warhead and put it on top of a ballistic missile. Now, these claims are not particularly new, and they are treated with skepticism by South Korea and the United States. They believe that North Korea is working on the technology but is not there yet. The interesting thing from South Korea's part is that North Korea does now seem to be recycling some of its claims as a way of keeping up the stream of rhetoric and now attributing the claim to the leader Kim Jong-un. This is a time of heightened tensions on the Korean peninsula. We have the sanctions imposed by the UN, unilateral sanctions now from South Korea, and of course beginning this week military exercises between South Korea and the United States. So this does seem to be the latest response to all of that from North Korea.